We're going to be heading into game number 2. That's right. You did not miss here. It's game number 2. Unfortunately, now I don't know the full exact details of the situation, but because Alliance were not able to form as 5 within the time period and then the extra allocated time period, they did have to forfeit over the first game. So Empire now have a 1-game advantage as we head into game number 2. The draft is underway. All right, gentlemen, what do you think? Are we going to have a quick one here at the end? Are Empire going to be able to 1-0 Alliance, or Alliance now going to just do a 2-0 run back?
I guess we'll see. It seems like Insania is the one that had to make a run to Land Cafe or something or whatever. He was kind of the one we were waiting on. So hopefully he's set up and ready to go, and he's got his proper hardware and everything's all good. Outside of any anomalies there, I think Alliance are pretty heavy favorites.
Yep. We'll see what kind of potential pickups they can get. What have been the Alliance signature grabs, you'd say,
Wisp.
Kyle?
The Brew, which is banned out. I think they're also big fans of Dazzle. They like DK.
Radiant team back.
Some Chen, some Furion. See the Dazzle ban coming out. It's expected. I think those are the 2 heroes you got to take away from them. They got rid of the PA themselves.
All right. Some prominent options, obviously, still in the pool and available.
So
Tusk, Beastmaster, and those likes.
I think you ban Tusk if you're Alliance, but we'll see.
Been seeing Rubik now move up in the priority list, I think.
Coddle is being
First
ignored.
10 seconds
Coddle ignored
remaining.
right now, too. Always like one of the sleeper bans. Could
5
creep through.
seconds
Because that
remaining.
first AM ban, I think, is
Dire
probably the
team
only
pick.
bit peculiar one. Now a Medusa, so they're leaving out some prominent options here. Tusk, Beastmaster, Coddle, all very good.
Mag as well, but I think if you're thinking Mag, you take Rubik first. You don't want to first pick Mag, especially with PAAM banned.
The Mag Rubik has to be together. I think that's what we
Oh,
saw
you
before.
need
Don't
just-
want Rubik
you
to counter him.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
need to deny the Magnus, at least with a Rubik. You don't want to give a team free Rubik, especially if they have 2 people that can play.
10 seconds remaining.
All right,
See if Empire Hope go back for
Radiant
their
team
Outworld Devourer. And wow, they first pick the Magnus.
Fucking...
Incoming Rubik.
all right, so tell us why, because people out there don't probably know.
Because you
Kyle,
steal
why.
RP,
Yeah,
and then your RP
okay,
lasts
yeah.
50% longer.
Oh. Okay. And Power's also nice.
They're going to pick Rubik, but they're using their time that's free to
seconds
think about
remaining.
what else
Insania
they'd want to pick.
Loves Rubik,
He's a
too.
high-level captain.
He loves Rubik.
5
There's really no
seconds
reason he
remaining.
doesn't pick it here. He has like a high level
What
even
does he
of the
pair
hero.
it with, though? Does he take a core? We're going to see like
Tusk was still
damn it,
there,
Jason.
or you could do Coddle. Tusk.
Tusk.
And then get
Hard
the
to
Rubik.
pass up.
Tusk Rubik, right?
Is it scary to open? Well, I guess Rubik's kind of a core now, so maybe not.
Have we
Self-core-
seen Quake Voodoo?
Yep.
Yeah, we have,
Oh,
right?
Yeah. Twice now, I think.
So it's got the flexibility.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
Why
might-
not grab it?
It's changed a bit because there's no no AA. The 3 heroes Alliance banned are all the ones
Dire
you'd pair with Magnus.
Okay.
We know the tournament meta already.
I mean,
At
it's
least the early draft.
It's just so. This is what I'm talking about when I say chest openings. All right, that was like, I don't even know.
It's like that move where
That
it's like,
was
I don't
pawn,
even have an analogy.
pawn, took your pawn with my
That was
knight.
knight.
Okay.
That was like knight to A3. Okay, as an opening. It just.
10 seconds
My knight's
remaining.
out there. What are you going to do about it?
I just.
I got Magnus. All right, well,
5 seconds
we'll just
remaining.
set up around it real quick. Okay, well,
It
let's
just
see.
feels like you're in a hole. That's
maybe
all.
maybe Empire could do something about it. We'll just try to give them the benefit of the doubt that they knew this is something that was likely going to be coming their way.
I mean, they probably did, but it just. It's about whether you think that that's enough EV. Like, is it the right value?
I mean,
Yeah, compared to giving them the Magnus and Rubik
Yeah.
together, let's say.
what did we see before? Was it Magnus Void?
Dire team
Magnus-
Magnus Void was the pairing. It came out later as a pick, but yeah.
It was a 5th pick Void, I think. So carry that can work okay.
Would it have been bad to
Bane.
first pick the Rubik if you're Empire? Did it
No.
not?
No,
Wouldn't have.
not at all. Would have been
You
better.
could have taken Rubik and then Mag instead of having Bane and Mag.
Yeah. No, I'm just curious. Sorry, I'm not like a captain drafter.
It's like it's just frustrating because
10 seconds
this
remaining.
this Mag was first picked a couple times in qualifiers. This is pre-nerfs, and people were
5
just responding with
seconds
Rubik, and they
remaining.
were having a great time against it. Same at the Megaphone event in Russia, and it's just one of those things where it's like it's there. The information is there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's
They're just not
Google,
taking it, digesting
know,
it
the-
the way you.
to do it the grandma way. Google.com. Search
Radiant
Dota
team
buff.
back.
Stats.
Dire team back.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't know, do blah. There, you found it. Ta-da. I don't know.
Who do you think, but when you have a team like one of these teams, unless you have a really dedicated captain who's going to go out and do that research and present it to the rest of the team, do you think that that's how it has to be, or each of the members of the team need to be taking that upon themselves to do the research?
Both. I think the captain's got to do more, but as players, you should be aware of like how things work. Like it
10
was
seconds remaining.
so frustrating at times playing like captaining when
5
people would ask
seconds
for
remaining.
heroes or for openings that were not good, or like let me rephrase that, the counters had like already been presented, like
Yeah.
that exact opening had been used,
And probably from
and
your perspective, you're like, now I have to explain to my own teammate why this doesn't work. Thus
Instead of
taking the time to actually properly draft.
and not just that, but it's like if you're gonna bring my biggest pet peeve is if you want to have input into the draft, you gotta be a part of prep.
Yeah.
But if
True.
I sit for an hour,
It's
which
true.
I
I
should
think that's-
usually did, and like prepare and write things down, think about where their openers are going to go, what that would set up for, blah, 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 and you're not there to help me or
Yeah.
disagree when I
Yeah.
bring up these options and where I'd like the draft to go, and then it's like fourth pick, and you're like, oh, what if we just picked Morphling? That hero's great. Like, I'll be like, well, sure, but then what? How are you laning it? What item build are you going to go? When are you going to power spike? And
10
what do you want to do
seconds
about
remaining.
Rashawn? Like, blah, 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 blah. You don't have time for that shit in the middle of a draft.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know
5
anything about
seconds
running a team, but
remaining.
I kind of like that mentality a bit of it, because I know for a lot of teams it's different. Sometimes it's one man in the seat controlling all the picks and handing them out. Sometimes everyone's putting their name into the hat. But I would agree with the idea that if you want to be able to even have a name thrown in or have an opinion, you should probably do a little bit of
Well,
research or join the others in it.
That's like a whole other conversation, because I played on a team that has shifted towards we want a democracy, and I've had multiple conversations
Morphling?
with top teams. No, Dota is a dictatorship, and if you look at all of the teams and players that have a ton of success, they rule. Do you know what Zhao Weight's nickname in China is?
The director.
An iron fist. All right? Does that sound like a man who's taking votes and polling his teammates?
How many
Radiant
Hell
championships did
no.
he get, though, really?
Keeper of the light.
Whoa!
It's like the thing is, like my theory is, like it doesn't even matter. Like your captain might not be a puppy or a crow. You know, maybe I'm garbage, right? But at the end of the day, if you don't want to lead a team, you got to follow somebody, and that person has to be empowered, and you got to believe in him, or you're just not going to succeed. Dota is a game that requires one strategy executed by 5 players
10
in
seconds
one mind.
remaining.
One.
That's,
Un.
that's pretty much
And that person could
a
switch.
team sport, team competition
5
right there.
seconds
Well,
remaining.
There
Coddle
ain't no
picked
such
up
thing as co-cap.
Yeah, he's been
For,
neglected.
Team Empire.
True.
Finally, Dakota and Morphling for Alliance. We've
get-
seen this carry kind of go boom or bust. We saw an awful Morphling earlier today with Sanjin Yasha into shotgun that fell pretty flat. See what Alliance does with it here and how they make it work. Good supporting cast, though.
I wonder if we'll see more tri-lane action. If we do, I actually don't mind Bane Carl together. Sleep set up into the blast is pretty awesome, bro.
What's Empire
bro.
going to take for their carry, though?
Shaman.
What is Dream going to play? Because his heroes are out of there. Are they going to go TBOD? Is that how they're going to finish
Faceless
this?
again?
OD's banned. PL's banned. Those would be your 2 big morph counters. I like it here just because it's really good against Bane Mag. You just tank through their debuffs and you can steal Empower when you morph the Mag.
True.
I'd say if you're Team Empire Hope, you could do something tempo-based, but I don't know. I already don't really like their draft, but we'll see.
Like a jug. Simple jug might have to work out for
Dire
Empire.
team pick.
It's not exciting.
I
You
think the
can't
Morphling
jug in
just
the morph.
pummels him.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And Tusk and Sen. Like, it's just too weak. That hero's just not good anymore.
Can you TB into Morph? Doesn't Morph just
You
kind of
could,
become
but
a
I don't think you want to.
better TB? Is there anything else left?
They're so fat now, too, because whatever you get has to be able to rip through this backstaff, and they got Tusk and Centaur now. It seems
It's a
actually
really
kinda
nice
ridiculous.
Ember game.
Remaining.
Yeah, Mag,
Radiant
Ember,
Oscar.
and Power.
Faceless
They'll go with the
Void.
Faceless, what they did before.
The Void Mag combo, the kind of bubble with RP.
Yep.
Be
It-
careful with the interaction, the desynergy of blinding light inside bubble.
That's true. I like the Void just because you don't need to go to the battlefield build because the Mag. Void's a lot like Jug. I really think you need that steroid to make it viable as your hard carry, especially if your supports
10
are
seconds remaining.
these squishies that don't provide too much damage output in a fight. And you can
seconds
play that really
remaining.
aggro build now. You get a Mask, you get a Shadow Blade, you can hunt the Morphling and kill him potentially.
Oh,
What's up,
what's
baby?
going on?
What are you back?
What's up? You
I'm boiling some water for my ramen, so I figure instead of just
All
standing over there talk for 2 minutes.
You heard about the Game 1 situation?
I heard about the Game 1 situation. It is unfortunate, but you know what? You have
That's fair.
obligations. You got to do them.
Yeah, okay.
You got to do
So
it.
we're here in Game 2, and Alliance have to try to battle back as a 2-0 if they want to stay alive in the event. Opinions on the draft so far, Grant? As I know you're probably
Get a
ingesting it right now.
peekers here. Magnus Void. Morphling.
Yeah, they first
Tusk.
picked the Magnus, but that just led to an easy Rubik counter that everyone saw coming.
Yeah,
from
I like
Alliance's
Alliance's
side.
draft way better.
Yeah.
I don't. What did everyone else feel?
Yeah, pretty much the same.
Okay.
They just picked up the Void, so we haven't really
Yeah.
talked about that
What,
yet.
what do you think of first picking Mag with Rubik and Pool?
I'm not the biggest fan myself, but you know.
Some
Cest
people
Levu.
do. Says Lavu.
Dude, you know the great friend.
Dire team
English is
back.
cool because we steal so many words from other languages.
Yeah.
But there's some great
Go
French
America.
expressions. I really like. CS La Vie is obviously a good one, but I love joie de vivre.
What's that mean?
Joie de vivre. It's a really pretty way of saying like joy of life, but it means it differently in French. It means somebody that has. It's something you have. It's like just an appreciate. Like you're just happy to exist, right? You know people like that. Those dumb
10
optimists.
seconds.
Or that quote from Dexter's Lab, omelette du fromage.
Omelette du
Yeah.
fromage.
Five seconds
classic.
remaining.
It does sound very erotic.
It does.
Could you say it again?
No, absolutely not.
What are Empire Hope going to take for mid? I'm actually really curious. Could they take Venge for mid? Kodos Venge? We saw him do that a couple times. He looked pretty good with it overall when he couldn't get OD.
You could, but this is the thing, right? I think you want an Ember. You need a cheap stunner because you've got two huge initiation tools, but you need something with like that poke
But does
that can
Kodos
just
play it?
start the fight. I hope so.
About Lena.
Are they it's
Lena, they
banned.
just
Are
banned.
They just
Oh,
banned
they
it.
just
They
banned
just
it now.
banned
There's no way they do
Should've
a
been
TA.
paying
right?
attention.
TA's pretty bad, right?
God damn. Yeah, I don't
Right,
like T.
sorta.
T is
I
alright.
feel
Pick.
it's Lone Druid.
Lone
Okay.
Druid.
Lone Druid.
LD mid.
Sieging capability. I mean, they had okay building
It's
hitters,
just
but void only.
You're
so.
missing like a key component of the draft, which is physical damage, or sorry, magical damage. And look at that, a Dragon Knight. All of a sudden, you have three incredibly tanky cores on the side of Alliance, and how do you threaten them? You're gonna just hit them in the face, and they're gonna buy armor, and they're gonna say you're an idiot because you have no burst damage, you have no magical damage, you have no sustained magical damage, and why in the hell would I ever need to buy a BKB?
Well, before I leave, I will. If Alliance wins one of their 3 lanes, they win the game. I think it's pretty easy for them here. Honestly,
Preach.
I really do. So we'll see. Koikva's on his DK, right? Just sit back, get your farm on, do your
His
thing.
best
and
hero?
Taiga, smack him with the punch, and see ya.
Can you dance on your way out?
Thanks for joining us, Grant.
Thank you, Grant. That was very nice.
Thank you, Grant. Hit him with the bop.
Well, that
Thanks.
was
Oh.
All
it's
right.
like the wet noodle.
Surf
I like
on
it.
him.
All right, everybody out there, put your pants back on. Let's get back into the
Okay.
draft. All right.
What if my pants are already off?
So-
I can't put them back on. What if I was like you guys? Do you believe me when I say I'm completely naked?
No.
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 If it was your onesie, maybe. But knowing that
Yeah.
it's like a BTS onesie, that would be a bold play.
Very bold.
So
You
I
know
don't
the best
You're a
feeling?
bold guy.
Being completely naked except you have socks on.
I don't like
I
socks.
Would disagree.
typically.
that's the best feeling.
Huh?
I'm not huge on
I'd rather
socks.
just be naked.
I
I
see
mean-
socks as a necessity, not like I love having my socks on.
No, well that's what I mean. I mean I'm saying if you could have an optimal level of clothing, it would be none but socks.
Okay. I'd rather just be naked.
Yeah, we know.
Prepare for battle.
Let's go, boys and girls. It's game number 2. That's right, game number 2. Empire Hope had the def loss win for game number 1. And
Is there a win like what would you say the number is on this one, Kyle? Is this like an 80-20?
This
Is
is
it a 100-0 full out draft?
Well, here's the thing, right? Alliance does have the better draft, but I say that because I think it's so much easier for them to make moves and to take fights cleanly. Sure, you could just like 4-man RP, 4-man chrono people on the side of Empire. I just don't know if that's realistic.
Right.
all right, well, I'm curious if they were going to take in some of this
Oh.
tri-lane action we've been seeing all day, but as of right now, it looks like not. Coddle Magnus off lane.
Oh, and shout out to the front bottoms. Been listening
The
to that
front
band
bottoms?
lately. Yeah, they're real nice. I like them. a
What
lot.
kind of music is that?
I don't know.
Um,
30
Hard to
seconds.
explain.
Oh,
It's
God.
like rock.
It's like, rock.
I'll call it. I'll put it under the umbrella of like
Wow,
indie rock, but it
okay.
ain't.
Yeah.
It's
That's-
just nice.
That's everything.
They have
Everything
good
with
songs.
drums.
Oh my god.
And
How does Lone Druid DK matchup go? Have we seen? I don't know if we've seen that specifically.
A trade,
The
but
battle begins.
depends on when you hit level 5 on both heroes. What the? Bane, hello? He's taking your rune, dog.
Who got the other rune?
Wow, that was a.
Right?
The other dude, he didn't even go for the rune. He's looking to cut off Centaur as well. Oh, they're still chasing him at top lane. That rune is still on their side, right? Or am I
No, they
crazy?
picked them all up.
They picked him?
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
graphics bug.
Oh, okay.
It's
Classic
like if you're not
graphics bug.
looking at it when you see it picked up, then it stays
I
sticky.
thought for the spectator at least it would always be updated, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Guess not. All right. Well, Bane has got his work cut out for him a little bit here, because for now it's just him and Faceless Void and the Centaur, but Rubik's on his way soon. So they're gonna
Foxy's
try to
taking a
stop him
lot
as
of
much as they
damage
can.
here.
Still has a salve, some tangos.
Still,
Get off my man.
good work from the Bane so far.
I mean, it's a full first wave for Faceless Void to kind of farm up, which is nice.
It's a good start.
It's a good start. And DK pretty much took over what looks like the whole first wave in mid lane too, so he's got a little hot start for him. 6-1 to only 1 of Lone Druid.
Well, it's pushing in here, so
Oh, I see.
it'll
Hasn't
level
gotten
out
any
in a
creeps
second.
yet. That's why.
Hopefully.
Well, under the tower, though, it's not going to be easy. Let's see how many denies he can go for. I got one. And the
Yeah.
range, the beautiful one. I got that too. Okay, well.
Lone Druid's
Lone
choking
Druid,
here.
yeah, you got 2 heroes. It's very hard to last hit. I'm serious. It takes skill. DK's easy. He's quelling bladed.
All right. Well, it might be one of those stall kind of games. That's what the 2-1-2s typically lead to, unfortunately. Unless we see a bit of a human error or misplay. Some casual harassment going to happen, but they all have ways to sustain, whether it's Brain Sap, whether it's Time Leap,
Yeah,
Morphing.
you just can't play Mag offlane against a Morph, though. This is so miserable.
Yeah.
I don't know what a Coddle's going to do to help you either.
It's so awkward to work in a Coddle in a situation like this. I mean, he can pull, he can blast the camps on the
What
side,
did he
but
skill?
the Coddle?
Blast.
Blast?
I don't know, I think they should just be pushing the lane, no?
Yeah, I mean, if
They
they're
do
not
it
going to get
now.
CS, you might as well just blast the wave. Ooh.
Smack him.
You never know. Morphling likes to play on the edge of life. Might catch a side blast suddenly. Need to be more like Demon, like the Coddle in the woods, poking around, blasting from the side.
Oh, I thought
being
you
a pain in
meant-
the ass.
Look at the top
Look-
3 farmers, though. It's all the Alliance cores. This is a great start.
Wait, do you mean like you think he should kick him?
No.
What do you mean? 'Cause you
Playing
said
like
be
the
like
Coddle.
Demon.
Yeah, believe like Demon's Coddle.
Oh, okay, got you.
Demon's Coddle, bro.
Got you. The player, not the coach.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of harassment damage going to happen on them, and Coddle is now going to take over the farm mostly, so it's just a bit awkward for Magnus. But he'll get to clean up some denies and some occasional last hits here and there.
Certainly not slowing Morph down too much.
Yeah, Morph still gets to kind of work his way through the wave. Pretty much without too much threat at all. Mid lane, 7-5 Lone Druid to 14-4 now on the DK, and we've seen this before. Under the tower, he's going to definitely contest these last hits. And how about our boys here in the top lane? How have things kind of panned out a bit? Centaur, 13, Faceless Void, 14. Pretty neck and neck in this top lane. Or would you still consider this a win for Alliance, since it's
This
a
is
kind
a
of
win.
off-lane matchup?
This is a win in all lanes thus far. But it could change. You never know. But Centaur traditionally just gets stronger and stronger as he gets
Radiant's
levels. Void,
bottom
not
tower
really the
is under
same.
attack.
Oh, we see it there. Blast out, and it does happen to catch that Morphling.
Shards to survive.
Oh, man. Yeah, just kind of blasting through
Wow.
towards the tower. I mean, that's how you can snipe some early first bloods with the Coddle. There's the telekinesis pull back into Stomp, and there's our second blood.
It's so hard.
All right.
How much damage does the Centaur have right there? There's a lot.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Balance.
That is just some free extra damage that the Frog has blessed the Horseman with. Very nice stuff. But, yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like, oh, hold on, bottom lane, snowball forward here. They're looking to get a bit of redemption, looking to go for the Magnus, and they are successful. It's Morphling who picks it up. But, if you're going to sacrifice the lane to Coddle's Blast, the blasts are going to take it on the tower, and you can get hit by those blasts on the tower that you don't see coming.
Foxy
Here.
dies.
Foxy gets caught out. All right, as they get redemption on the bottom lane, it looks like Empire get a bit of redemption themselves at the top lane, taking Boxy down.
Yeah, the aggressive tip.
2 for 2 now. Both sides getting a licking from each front. The only advantage for Alliance still is being the farmer advantage.
Yeah, small.
Yeah, but if they're taking names on the side of Empire, they'll be happy. But 5-minute rune time. And that one was grabbed up from the Alliance side. They're trying to make it across.
Might be able to get 3 here, although BZZ
How
kind
about
of
a kill?
left behind. Snowball, this should be enough. Shockwave pulls him in, but Mickey will live.
Poor Cottle can't do anything about it. He actually has a level of Blinding Light early, but not the mana for it because he has no Chakra Magic. Went 2-1-0.
Interesting.
Interesting.
The damage Coddle.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you have come in the lane with Clarities and you keep them popping, you hope you have enough, but that stuff costs a lot of mana, and that's why he has a mana ability. Quite unfortunate for them indeed. And Morphling continues to eat Blast, it looks like, and is on very low life, so he has to be careful of that. And Boxy's eating procs of Ashes in the top lane.
Even
And
the beefy Centaur can't tango with the Void.
yeah, straight to Vanguard it looks like for him.
Forget it.
But Rubik's back. Mid has leveled out quite a bit, though. DK's still winning, but
Yeah, the Blast potentially again. Morphling
Dire's
Whoa.
structures
getting caught out
are
here.
fortified.
Shockwaves and
Radiant
Illuminates.
structures
I mean, he gets one bad Illuminate and it's finished off by a Shockwave is likely what can happen. It's just a very volatile lane for
Radiant's
the
bottom
Morphling.
tower is under
It's a
attack.
lot of heavy nuking power, so if you kind of just throw the traditions of a laning phase out the window about CSing and pulling the camps and just sacrifice it to nuke blast, what are you going to do about that, Morph? So it's got to be not too terrible for Empire at this point. They're scrapping together some kills here.
no. These lanes that were lost are now feeling a lot more even.
What do you mean? Morph is free farming.
Oh, they killed him twice, though. And the CS mid's now a difference of 4. Go to the net worth. How's the bottom look? Yeah, Morph's.
Lifting up and down into the stomp here, but he'll just time walk it off. And he back tries to step up on the Boxy here a bit, but Boxy should be able to run on out. Not even the sap going to be offering a whole lot. With that Ring of Regen, he can just hide within the trees and re-engage if necessary.
Yep.
There's man on that Rubik too. I don't know how much closer they can get in possibly pursuing that top lane, but no, they'll let him go.
Force him to Shrine, though. It's fine. You take those.
Blasts out. Woo! Sidesteps that one, but
Uh-oh.
not Tusk. Snowball to get to the lane. Nice little move. Oh! Lots of heavy damage. Tag team, man. What an ability. But they are going to be able to at least redeem it. Morphling picks up the kill. Tusk's fine with that.
I think Alliance is pretty happy with that one.
Yep.
Nice recovery for Morph.
All right, so Dragon Form was used, just recently used, it looks like here. So he has plans to kind of shove this forward and maybe get some damage going in on the tower. There's help nearby. I see Rubik up north. I also do see the Tusk now joining from behind. He's going to grab the Dragon, pull him on
Whoa.
forward. Rubik says, how's it going? Pops out in front, block him off with the shards. More rotations are coming. They go to each tower so that they can get him in just a bit faster.
Sandy doing a really good job there, saving his lift.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's not
Dire's
he's
middle
not going
tower
for the
has
lift, but it
fallen.
looks like
Yeah.
he's right to reserve it.
And that's something you see bad players do, where they'll just like, oh, okay, one stun's used, I'll use mine now. But you want to continue to read the situation if you're able to, especially when it's a long cooldown like Rubik lift. And that guarantees he'll be able to get
Oh.
out there, and it would not have secured the kill earlier. So just
Yeah.
good decision making.
Good on Koithba to focus the tower. Gets the last hit on that.
I think it's with cores too. It's like items like BKBing and stuff. I think the best players, it's not about when you use your abilities, it's when you don't use them and why.
Yeah, I can get that kind of logic. The unfortunate thing is that when it backfires and they die,
Yeah,
they
you
don't
looked up.
use it. Everyone just assumes you're a Terabad who'd never used it in the first place. But I understand that those occasions do happen, and you're trying to min-max or be as efficient as possible with reading the situation.
Radiant's middle
Sometimes the
tower
unpredictable
is
can
under
happen,
attack.
though.
Mm-hmm.
Top lane, fight over the pull camp here on the side. Early sleep on, so Faceless Void can be
Radiant's
more
middle
free to kind of
tower
work with the
has
last
fallen.
hits or just get Centaur off their back.
Getting close to ultimate time. A lot of level
Yeah,
5s.
things get exciting at that point. Got the Stampede globally to participate in some action. Cottle Blasty Boo. It's annoying. I mean, you still have to step away from the wave. Can't do the last hits. I don't know what he's going to do with all this farm, though. Tranquil's cool. Oh, straight to Force Staff. Oh, sure. It's a fight for bounties. It's about up in about 5 seconds. They're rolling, but they had
wow.
snowballed.
Big blast.
It's good, but they just swarm onto the old man and easily
Wow.
finish him off. While this is going down, the Radiant Courier also falls. Meanwhile, top lane, Stampede's out, chasing Cross River, looking to go for Faceless Void, but he already got the bounty rune. Meanwhile, up and above, the DK diving for the bean will be successful in that pick off, and we'll follow it up with some damage on that tier 1. But 2 bounty
So-
runes.
We talked about how in the previous series, there was a lack of scaling damage, and it was like static numbers, right? This is where Empire have a problem because all of their damage requires gold and time to come online. Whereas the side of Alliance, you have such great spells, like you effectively can just hunt the map, you pop DK form, and go push. It's very simple to play the game, and you're still going to be able to ramp up into the mid game. If you're the side of Team Empire Hope, it's like this is kind of your only play. You got to group up in mass numbers, and you're not even going to find those big kills because you don't have the legitimate lockdown. It's a cool rotate from Boxy, TP down while invis.
He's still down there, waiting for a setup potentially. And Coddle looks like just a sweet treat right here.
Tasty.
So frail and old with osmosis and such.
He's got friends, though.
Okay, Magnus is there. The Will-O-Wisp is going to get dropped. The Magnus does have RP, I believe. Yes, he does. Drops it there. And they're going to be able to get the finish onto Boxy. Okay, yeah, the Friends of Empire. I don't know if they were suspecting so many to still be hanging around. But they're around all right. And they're ready to throw down.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Solid stuff. Nice turnaround. Maybe
2
another
ults, though,
setup.
for Centaur.
No, you can't kill him, guys.
Let's see. Do they have anything left in the tank for this?
This is like such a...
They get a root, I guess, but nope.
Snowball's over.
It's just
and
time
he's gone.
wasted as well, and this is the other issue, is that neither support really has an easy time farming jungle. Coddle technically could, but it's just too inefficient. So you're just grouped for way too long, it feels like. Morph and DK just farming this whole time.
Yeah, they'll plant some wards to at least have the intel, but I imagine that's something Alliance are privy to. They'll know that Empire are going to be using that time to get that vision down.
Do bear in mind, though, I mean, it's not like a crazy outdraft if the game is still even around 25-30 minutes, because the team fight of Team Empire is going to be crazy.
It is, man. I mean,
That's
Will-O-Wisp
the thing.
and the Chronosphere and the RP, it's a lot of weaponry. But these cores who keep farming are trying to be the insurance policy for the team. Those are the ones you really have to fear. And there's that objective gaming we see from Alliance, bottom lane, the trigger of the Elder form. Coddle doing what is one of his best things, though, is trying to fend off heavy pressure and pushes. The problem is once they see you in there, you old man, they're just going to murder the hell out of you.
Well, they killed Mickey, though, on the other side.
Yeah. Support for support.
Where'd he
Tier
die,
1
though?
down.
This will do just
Oh, wow. He just got chronoed in the face, eh? And died.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
That's, how
Looks
it
like
ta-
it.
that's all it takes.
That's a little cocky there, Mickey.
It's big for the Void. They're pretty close now. Just a couple hundred net worth. Void's going to have a few waves to farm.
Right.
This has been nice, though. Rubik got level 7 middle this whole time, just farming away.
Little solo support
Level
time.
6 man.
Yeah, now all those level 6s are online. He has even more to take. Do you think it's in Empire's best interest is just at this point now moving forward, since those level 6s are online, just to kind of make use of those cooldowns once they're up? Or do they need to kind of stall things
Well,
out? Because you just said before how they also need to build up a lot of items to really
Yeah.
be useful.
What build is
The-
the Void going for? Sorry.
Manta. The
Okay.
concern for me is that they're all in on this physical damage, and it's so easy for Alliance when they have Blink Centaur and Shadowblade DK to just isolate or initiate on a support. And if you remove the banner Coddle, all of a sudden, like, Void and Lone Druid just have to do so much damage, and I fear that Alliance is just going to itemize defensively. You know, you can already see, like, DK obviously is Dragon Knight. Centaur went Vanguard into, is it Phase Boots? No, Casual Chainmail for now. That's nice. So he's got a ton of armor already. And Morphling, you know, how do you kill a Morphling if he's not cockily walking up to you and getting chronoed in the face?
Coddle does have a lot of farm, though.
Yes.
He's kind of playing this almost 3.5 style with Magnus.
Just don't know if Coddle farm... I don't know. I don't understand the hero well enough to tell you that, like, oh, it's not great from this position, or oh, it's amazing. Like, previous Coddle with the Ags Rush, when you see him this farm, to be like, oh shit, that's a timing. But the new one, not so sure how that
Yeah.
affects him.
I
The
mean,
Lions are having trouble pulling away, though. You know, it's only been like a 1 or 2K lead. Coddle's going to go Aether Lens and then
They
maybe
need
start
more,
working on Refresher.
They need more time, though. The way their draft
Yeah.
works, like, this isn't really a part of the game you can run at the enemy. You got to get your core items online. You need this blink on Centaur, and then you can look to start making moves.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think they're good to be able to stall it out, though. Alliance would probably like to be fighting around that DK a little bit more. I mean, Quickfa's done a good job finishing off Tier 1 towers, but Alliance aren't really commanding the map necessarily.
I wouldn't mind seeing just
Oh, my
a
God, again
refresher
with
on
the
Coddle.
Deso, dude.
Oh, wow.
What's wrong with Dragonlance Maelstrom? Is that build, like, am I dumb? Is that build bad?
Is this
And
on
shout out to the
Silver?
person in chat that before I even said this said, yeah, you're dumb. You're the real hero here.
Yeah, you dumb. I don't know. I mean, we saw it get some hardy damage the last time it was picked up, but I guess just more sieging damage potential too.
I guess
Armor
it's
meta.
fine, because you are in a position where all your damage is physical, right? And minus armor is going to be value. I just don't like it. I just don't think it makes you farm
Dire's top
faster. The
tower
build-up's
is
a bit
under attack.
awkward. Oh, Taiga?
They may have seen a blast come from here before, have an idea that Coddle's floating around.
Oh, looking. There's a Shadow Blade.
So weak. If they jump him, he's just insta-dead. I don't even know if he has 800 life yet. Got a 4-staff, but good luck. Mid lane, ooh, a nice little catch and jump here onto the Morph. Can they burst him down in time? Oh,
Stole grip.
Slip,
Rubik.
set up. Magnus, totally finished off.
Great play by the Rubik.
It's
Easy
easy.
steal.
It's just easy. And that's the issue. Like, Bane ult gets interrupted, all of a sudden your lockdown's gone unless you want to blow more ults. And they didn't have any left.
Was that led in with an RP? Did Magnus use his RP on that fight?
Oh, wait, I know why I
Yep.
don't like minus armor, by the way, and I like Maelstrom, because you want to do magic damage here. Morph is like a 30 armor hero. Dragon Knight's like a 30 armor hero.
Yeah, agreed.
And you're going Deso. Like,
It's like only good against Centaur.
yeah, you also, it slows down
And
your farm
buildings.
significantly.
And buildings.
Good
That
against
is,
buildings, and last time I heard, you have to take those down to win the game of Dota.
and I guess Roche as well. You know,
I also think the Void, because of the lack of real catch and playmaking ability on the side of Empire, would have really liked a Shadowblade build. I don't like Manta first. Especially in this game. What are you actually dispelling?
yeah.
Rolling on in. They're
Oh, no,
looking to
Void.
get the catch
Oh, no,
jump
Void.
onto
Not
Faceless
like this.
Void,
Nice
and he is done for. No one else able to get
Yikes.
close enough to assist him. Now they're making the chase for Bane. Bane tries to sleep one. He does get that 4-staff slide save from Coddle, but
I think Empire Home have to fight with their ultimates like together, you know, and that means not fighting unless they have a good opportunity. They are wasting so much time, and that pick off now just. Ugh. The Alliance cores are just getting big, man. Nikkei's getting past that point where Morphling feels weak.
yeah, it looked like potential swing around there from Empire, but they're not finding anything they'd like to go for. They have ultimates online and ready, but yeah, if they can't find opportunities for themselves, Alliance can just kind of snowball from this point moving forward.
Like Quick was BKB, gonna be a huge item.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even with the Will-O-Wisp, it's like you might get hit by the first sleep tick, but then you just pop BKB and all's right in the world. So only really the grip. I mean, as we've seen before, the grip will just get easily stolen, and there's even plenty out there to cancel it.
Outside of like dispelling silences and stuff, the only time Manta on Void feels really good is when you're like pairing with Diffusal. It seems like.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of the item.
I don't know.
It's too expensive.
Yeah,
It's
it
like
really is.
we've seen all these super cheap items, get picked up right away, and it's his first real item. It's like 20 minutes into the game already.
Seems so counterintuitive. We went triple Wraithband Shreds. Okay, cool, and then Fools
Man.
for the Manta.
Dire's bottom
I like
tower is
casual
under attack.
Yasha maybe,
Sure.
but I feel like you just mask combat into Shadowblade. It seems it's cheaper. Those two items are actually cheaper than
Radiant
Manta,
are
and think of the
scanning.
advantage you get, just based on map presence.
You've got to be able to Manta off that Fade Bolt so you can do your full optimal damage, obviously.
Well, the ability to hunt is certainly great. You never want Magnus starting things off, so
It's like Oregon Trail. You gotta have a hunter.
you need a positioning tool. Now the BKB and Blink on Rubik. That's also huge.
Oh, yeah. All right, Lions crossing river. They're smoked up. They know their item timings. They're not looking to force Insania to spend too much money at the Land Cafe. They like to get this done faster if possible. Lead in stomp already from Boxy. Good setup there. And the big horned man could be finished off first. They have to commit the Dragon Tail jump in. Chrono finds connection onto 3. How follow-up damage going to be there at all? Stolen Chrono going to get used. Where's our Will-O-Wisp at? Has it been dropped yet? No, they're not looking for it yet. RP, skewer over. Oh, Coddle, not getting it yet.
They got the supports.
Quick was low. He has to run. There's
There
the
it is.
Will-O-Wisp,
Okay.
but Morphling is just going in. Absolutely nothing slowing him down.
There's no damage.
Woo. DK in a bit of trouble there. Ate that blast. Bane right clicks, but the Dragon Tail heals him through it all. And they'll be fine. Do it. Ooh, shot in. And finish.
Yeah.
They get the Bane down. Lone Druid's forced to run, but Koikva's there waiting for him. This man's weak and wounded, but he is not stepping away from the battle and
Nice. They
still
got the
able to
bear, too.
participate.
And that, like, I don't even feel like I need to say anything. That was it.
Yep.
That's it right there. That's the issue. You can kill the supports, but you can cast your ults, you can hit 4, whatever, but there's no damage.
Yep. Decent Chrono, decent RP. The Druid was even outside of the Chrono, and they just couldn't kill any of the big boys.
That
Koikva
was
got
with the
low.
buyback as well.
Dire's
Yeah.
middle tower is
You're not
under
going to get a
attack.
better engagement, and that's just like, oh, wow, guys, we hit all our spells, but we just got dumpstered.
Dire's
What do we do
middle
now?
tower has fallen.
Yep.
And it doesn't get any easier as this game progresses.
No,
you have
certainly
these
not.
the level 20 DK talent, Morphling picking up more items.
Yeah, it feels like Morphling doesn't even have
Yeah.
scary items yet. You know, just a Manta, some lifesteal.
Yeah, Center's going to buy a Halberd or an AC or a Shivas or something.
And the way Void itemized, you know, if he had a Battle Fury
Oh.
and he was #1 on net worth, I'd be maybe scared. But
I'm dumb, actually. He's buying the Vlads. My man, Alliance understand. This item is OP. And by the way, Vlad's +4, Deso -7. So it's just countered. You're countering that item.
Countered.
Lifesteal to your whole squad. And
Yep.
someone's got to buy it. No one else really could.
Yep.
Really nice job by Boxy. Han players know their items, man. I'm telling you. We're all about the team
Has
fight.
fallen to the Radiant.
Just got to know how to hold on to him.
You got to hold on.
All
What's
right.
worth holding on to?
What's worth holding on to? Trying to think of something serious or something witty. Holding on to your fondest memories. I couldn't think of anything. What about you?
I don't know. I'm still looking.
Okay. Hold on to the night. What that?
Okay.
Okay.
There's also hold on to your butts. That iconic Samuel L. Jackson line.
Hold on to your butts.
Hold
Oh,
on
that's
to your
right.
butts. He's a great actor. Who's your favorite actor? Curious. As far as like just like, wow, holy shit, this guy can act.
Oh, well, it's probably Gary Oldman.
Dire's top
was
tower
Philip
is
Seymour
under
Hoffman
attack.
for me.
Mm.
Yeah.
I was sad about that one.
I mean, Fifth Element? Gary Oldman?
Radiant are
I still
scanning.
stand. I'm partly True Detective season 1. I think Matthew McConaughey is just
Yeah, he's great.
literally flawless.
Very good.
I highly recommend.
Why
that
can't I
series.
think of
Incredible
who's the
performance.
number 2? Oh, it's Woody Harrelson? No, no.
Woody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Woody
Woody.
Harrelson.
He was great too.
Casting was really good there.
Yeah. it was.
Michelle Monaghan, the Marty's wife, is really excellent as well.
Oh, yeah.
Dire's top
Do you think
tower
esports
is under
players are
attack.
ever going to be like famous enough that we marry other famous people?
Oh,
I guess
like,
people marry like, you know, there's
musical
esports.
artists and
Dire's top
TV
Yeah.
movie stars.
Yeah, yeah. Like where do you on the lists, right? Are we A list right now, or are we still like
Oh.
off the list?
I mean, I imagine you're mostly looking through the perspective of the U.S., right?
Yeah. Like
Oh,
Ninja,
we're down there.
Ninja's
We're down.
probably
We're,
a D.
Ninja's getting up there right now. Ninja's, I would say Ninja's a C.
What do you know what that means?
I would put him above Kathy Griffin right now.
Oh wow!
I mean, you might not be
We've
wrong.
made
on
it
that.
now.
I mean, there's some celebrities out there who've fallen down in stock, and people like Ninja have just blasted
No,
up.
he's pretty high up there.
Yeah.
I don't know what the
middle tower
definition
is
for the
under
tiers
attack.
is though. Like,
I
I don't know what the
wouldn't either.
cutoff between B and C is. I just know that A list is like ultra, you know, like Mike Tyson.
Drake,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
God, I hate this Void's item progression so much.
What did he get after
Swing Manta
y'all?
BKB.
Okay.
They have damage issues, not whatever that is issues.
Aether Lens, Blink. I mean, there is a range talent, but I guess he wants to be greedy and go for the gold option instead. That's fine.
I'll take that.
Yeah, the Scotty, as we saw, recently picked up on the Morphling, though. I mean, as
Yep.
the bigger Faceless Void is able to get, the problem is that the more durable the side of Alliance are. And with the itemization you were talking about before, with Magnus to be the, or the Centaur rather, to be the utility for the team, the stat gain from Morphling. I mean, Dragon Knight's a freaking man of iron. I don't know how Empire are going to penetrate the Fortress of Solitude that is
Dire
Alliance.
are scanning.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, bro.
Well, I was trying to think of something witty to say because you said penetrate the fortress.
Yeah, penetrate the
And I was like,
fortress.
what kind of fortresses have you penetrated? And
Yeah.
I personally led the siege of Ibraka.
The Baraka?
Ibraka.
Okay.
It's a town in the eastern seaboard.
Okay.
It was a past life, though. It was 1512. It's a long story.
Let's not get
Let's get into the Dota. Morphling, Aegis, Scotty, Empire,
Dire's
sleeping
top
in
tower
their
is
jungle.
under
They gotta do
Oh
something.
shit, our tier 3.
Wait a minute, are they inside the base? Let's get over there.
Whoa.
Pop that fortification. Give us a little bit of time.
Great positioning from Alliance. This is what I call the star formation. Also known as a fight box.
I mean, you got RP on one side and Will-O-Wisp. You probably want to be as spread as possible. The Delta
Yep.
split
Yeah,
is
that-
real.
They were running what is known, if you are a football fan, as a 2-2-1 formation, where you have your two siegers up front, unable to be two-man
Dire's
RP'd or
top
something.
shrine is under
You have the
attack.
Tusk and the Centaur ready to initiate or counter-initiate with their Blink Daggers,
Uh-huh.
and the Rubik kind of safeguarding the back end keeper. Occasionally you'll
Dire's top
see a
shrine
1-3-1. Sometimes you'll see a 1-2-2. I personally like sieging with 2-2-1 the best, though. It's easiest.
Kind of similar to a zone defense, but on the offense of
Mhm.
basketball.
Yeah, in a way.
But that allows Alliance to kind of siege freely here. They're winning the economy game. This keeps farming up. Let's see a unique approach from Empire. Come on, Empire. Do something out of the norm. Catch Alliance sleeping.
Oh.
Catch them with their pens down. Catch something.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Okay, they're going to get caught. Slides to the high ground to make it away. Does Coddle. Creeping in from behind is Boxy, but they've already set up shop, it looks like, to try to focus fire the DK, but it's unsuccessful. They've already lost their lone Druid, who has no buyback at all. Faceless Void says, I got an opportunity to move in. I'm going to get the finish of Boxy. Can I do it? Barely can get it done.
Is under attack.
Can he continue to make action happen, though? Heads to the high ground and makes chase with Magnus here to try to find Lil Tusk.
Dire's
Problem
top
is that Big Bad
barracks are under
Morphling and
attack.
DK are around the corner.
Radiant's bottom tower
Oh,
is under
nice. He
attack.
picked up the DK.
And now they race to get a hold of this Faceless Void. Magnus
Dire's
throws
top
himself
barracks are
into
under
the
attack.
body of fire. Take me, not my friend. He
Nice.
has
See
no
Taiga?
face.
Taiga cancels his auto attack to ensure his core gets the kill. Good job.
And Morphling is back to the business at hand here, which is being inside the middle of lane.
I think Kyle called this one perfectly. It's just over. They can't kill anything.
Dude, this is open. It's like over from the opener, though, because you just put yourself in a
Dire's middle
hole,
tower has
and
fallen.
good teams are going to punish you. Like, again, the best analogy I really have is chess, because if you play against grandmasters, right, people that make chess their life, and you make a dumbass opener, you're going to
Dire's middle
lose.
barracks
Like, you're
fallen.
at a disadvantage. I play chess a decent amount on League Chess, and sometimes I'll do some dumbass shit, and it looks at the stats, and of this board position after, say, 4 moves, white will win, 71% of the time out of, like, 200,000 games, right? Like, it's solved. You can't first pick Mag and give the other team Rubik Tusk. You just can't. You just can't. But obviously, Alliance playing well. I just feel like this is the Alliance I knew was here. They're always going to win this game. I got to see them win games where they don't get their super comfort.
Yep. Jump instant moves for the Faceless Void. He's going to be taken out over a minute. He does have a buyback, but if he was forced to use it to close
What's
this game
Lone
out,
Druid doing?
it might as well be over
Radiant's
already.
bottom tower is
Lone Druid?
under
All right, the
attack.
GG.
I think that's got to be it, and it is. Tal's thrown in. Empire, they got that Death Loss first game win, but Alliance have now shown up to play, and that is what we saw here in Game 2. They get the Game 2 win, and they're trying to say that it should have been over here and now.
Is under
But we got to go to a game 3.
Absolutely. A final decider, a final game of the day will be up next. A clinical finish here.
It's really hard to, I know, mull over what we've already said over and over again in regard for how this game is and how it was built out.
Koikba, though, 7-0-7.
Yeah,
I mean,
showing from him for sure.
Great. I mean, DK, very straightforward. You know what you got to do, but he did it.
He did it.
He done did it.
Yeah, they played it right. Maybe in a different world there was an opportunity to first pick the Magnus and then have some sort of backup plan to follow it up with, but the cohesion really wasn't there. A lot of wombo combo, of course, but nothing to really get them out of the laning phase feeling confident. Nothing to really back up all the wombo combo with a lot of hard-hitting damage.
That's what makes it feel like such an outdraft, is that it doesn't seem like Team Empire Hope played particularly bad. Like they had some multi-hero Chronos, some multi-hero RPs. When they got them, nothing came. Maybe game 3 they can get a better draft and we'll have a more even game.
Yeah, it really feels draft problem.
If you're a fan, you're trying to like improve your understanding of the game. I really think if you want to evaluate drafts, captains are going to put a lot more thought into it. But if you look at lineups, just think, okay, how do these teams win their lanes? How do these teams inevitably hit buildings? And how do these teams deal damage? Magical, physical, sustained, burst, reduction, all of these things. Who can itemize for what is important? And you look at these lineups and you think, like, yeah, there is a miracle combo that always could win games, but you're just...
They're only checking
you're
like 2 of the
hard-pressed.
3 boxes.
Yeah, and you're in a position where you're all in on these huge team fights. Yeah, I would say one final thing is reach or catch that isn't blink reliant or isn't super cooldown dependent. I always want one hero, that's why I love Earth Spirit, that's just always going to find the one more kill, and you don't need to, chrono somebody to actually get something done.
All right. Well, we hope Empire Hope will change things up for their 3rd game draft, but we cut to a break. When we come back, the last game of the day before we head into our grand final championship Sunday tomorrow. We'll see you soon.